Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This video has to do with mostly Middle East, with the new administration, Trump administration, how it will deal with that, how or what the Russians hope from the new incoming Trump administration, if he's going to be still alive by then. We're going to find out that Erdogan, the president of Turkiye, he makes this bold move in supposedly breaking relations with Israel. We're going to find out what the Houthis did. They attacked our navy because our navy protect our interests in the Red Sea. All right. Then we're going to find out that some Lebanese crazies hit or targeted a Israeli military air base. And a lot of pieces of news here. So let's start with the first one. According to Sputnik, 46 minutes ago, so this is hot. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, right? Jerry Reed song. So this is according to November 13th. In November 13th, Turkiye breaks relations with Israel, Erdogan. So you're going to get bankrupt unless you join BRICS so you can be defended by the eternal victims that will destroy you. All right, and I'm quoting, the government of the Republic of Turkey, led by Tayyip Erdogan, will not continue or develop its relations with Israel. We have cut all trade and relations with Israel, period. We stand firmly with Palestine in its rightful cause to the very end. And quote, Erdogan said, answering journalists' questions on the plane returning from his visit to Saudi Arabia and Azerbaijan. All right. So, Erdogan is going to be definitely attacked and probably destroyed by the big interests on this planet, which harness the American energy, you and I as well. So, did you know that Saudi Crown Prince demand Israel not to attack Iran? Just the news just showed up right there on the bottom. So let's see what's up with that one. Should we? Shall we? It's the latest. This is what? A minute ago. What's behind Saudi Arabia Crown Prince's demand to Israel not to attack Iran? Israel will not listen because the Americans could depose these guys at will if they want. The Americans, if they want this guy to be unfortunately televised as the last television broadcast of Gaddafi, CIA can do that. So be careful unless you have the Russians and the Chinese really protecting you. I hope he thought about it. Next one. Sputnik. Lebanese Hezbollah targets Israel's Tel Nof Air Base with multiple strikes. According to Sputnik, Lebanese Shia movement Hezbollah said on Tuesday that its fighters launched a series of strikes on Israel's Tel Nof Air Base in southern Tel Aviv. And I'm quoting, Islamic resistance fighters fired a series of strikes at an Air Force base in southern Tel Aviv, end quote. The statement said, well, we'll find out. Israel will defend itself as always, and the Americans will be unleashed like you unleash an attack dog towards whomever these guys want the Americans to attack with our resources, our military, our baboons. All right, let's go to the next article. Sputnik. U.S. strikes weapon logistics objects of Iran-backed group in Syria. So, we're going to discuss this little garbage here. U.S. forces on Wednesday struck a weapon storage and logistic headquarters of an Iran-aligned militia group in Syria, the U.S. Central Command said. Do you believe that? Do you trust them? I don't. Today, the U.S. Central Command forces conducted strikes against an Iranian-backed militia group's weapon storage and logistics headquarters and facilities. These strikes were in response. We always respond. We always in self-defense like our bosses. To a rocket attack on U.S. personnel at patrol base Shaddadi. The command said, you know when this is? Do you know when the base Shaddadi is? Huh? I'm going to give you. This is the country right there. No, we don't go to you. Boom. So there you go. So these guys are in Syria. Why are they in Syria? So first, if they tomorrow tell you anything, the Pentagon or the Central Command, how would you verify that? You can't. they can tell you whatever they want. And they can strike wherever they want. Now, let's say Cuba decides to, or let's say India decides to strike, I don't know, a terrorist group in the United States of America, designated by them as being terrorists and sheltered by this great country. Are they entitled to? In self-defense, can they do that? Can the Cubans, the Cuban government, let's say strike the United States of America for the, let's say, Bay of Pig attack in response? Can they do that? I don't know, it's about what? I think it was 60 some, 62, 63, 70, 80, 90. About 60 years ago? Can they do that? In life, how many times have you seen the bully picked on by the little guys? And the bully is like, I have to knock the fuck out of you because you attacked me, guys. Have you ever heard that? Have you ever seen that? No, everybody avoids the bully. But somehow the bully, the strongest guy, which is the United States of America in this case, is attacked by the little fish. What's up, buddy? Come over here. You want some attention now? All right, the train wreck. All right, so this is garbage. Besides, Syria is an independent sovereign country. So is Ukraine. So Russia invaded Ukraine, but Americans have troops and bases in Syria and, while being over there, extract illegally the Syrian oil from Syria. Now what is this? And I am supposed to, yeah, America? No, I'm not doing that. Why? Because these guys in charge of us, at the yes sir of others, are making a bad name for us. We need to take care of that. Do you think Trump is going to change that? No. He's not going to change that whatsoever. He said we should have gone in Iraq and take the oil and that's it. Which, it's a different story than at least being like these guys dishonest. No, we went to bring democracy and freedom. No, Trump said we're not for that. We want the oil. That's how it is. Right now, the same thing here. Remember, these guys struck whatever they told us they struck in self-defense. The bully guy says that while they have troops, our troops, on their territory illegally, occupying their territory and extracting their natural resources. What is this? Rules-based world order? So whenever you hear that, think about this one. If I'm attacked, yeah, I'm going to respond. Do you think those guys attacked us? And if yes, why? What are we doing over there? Last time I checked, we're very far away from that position. So they attack us because of our fucking boss. That little shitty thing. All right, let's move on. I'm getting it fucked up. Sputnik. Houthi forces target USS Abraham Lincoln with drones and missiles. Why? Why are we attacked over there? Yeah, we defend and protect the trade, the maritime trade, because these Houthis just got crazy overnight, right? The same. We are attacked because of that shitty entity. What entity that is? Let's don't play full retard here, all right? Let's move on. Now again, we can play some retard, but not that. Yemen, Ansar Bababab, also known as Houthi, have attacked the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier in the Arabian Sea. Again, we are attacked, and we have to respond. We have to respond. And to destroy us in the Red Sea with drones and ballistic missiles. Got it? The missile UAV forces of the Yemeni armed forces carried out two specific military operations. The first operation targeted the American aircraft carrier Abraham Lincoln, located in the Arabian Sea. Arabian Sea is by California, with a number of cruise missiles and drones, while the American enemy was preparing to carry out hostile operations targeting our country. Excuse me? In self-defense, and as a reaction, we react. The operation has successfully achieved its objectives and led to thwartening the operation that the American enemy was preparing against our country, Syria said on Telegram. I don't care about those guys. Let them be over there. We are doing someone else's dirty job for them. Do you like that? Then you go. Don't send our military, our resources. I will do it. You want to go? Go. You don't want to go? Stay at home. But don't ask me my taxes and everything else to support those imbeciles. You know who those are? All right, let's go to see what the Russian administration, what the Russia hopes from the Trump administration in the Middle East. Don't do anything. They will continue what they're doing right now, multiply by 5. No, 5.2. 5.29. My God, here it is. Russia hopes Trump administration adjusts U.S. Middle East course, potential presidential envoy. Yeah, they will adjust it. That will go full force. I guarantee you that. They will do the dirty job of that entity. Moscow hopes that under the administration of U.S. President-elect Donald Trump, Washington will adjust its foreign policy course in the Middle East. Russian President in Syria. Okay, and I'm quoting. We hope that with the arrival of the new president and the new administration and the appearance of new people, some changes and some adjustments in the new administration's foreign policy are possible, including in the direction of the Middle East. No. Did you see, and I'm going to make a video after this one, did you see who, what's going on here? Trump, I need to pause a little bit. Oh. What Trump, coffee. What Trump appointed as a defense minister or secretary? Did you see what he, as an advisor, as a UN ambassador, the U.S. ambassador to the UN? Did you see those guys? Did you see Marco Rubio potentially being the Secretary of State? Those guys will fuck up the Middle East just like this. There's no question about that. Oh, Mark, read my lips. All right, next one. Here it is. Sputnik. Blinken faces internal pushback over continued military aid to Israel amid Gaza crisis. No, this guy is a lie. That's a lie. He's about to go in about 2 months. Now he faces in 4 years. In 4 years, he was doing whatever he wanted. Let's put it a year and a half now for those guys, for that little entity over there. Was doing whatever those guys wanted, using us as bitches. And tell me now he faces in 2 months leaving the office? No, that's another line. And you start over. Turn the page. That's what's going to be. Turn the page, right? Oh my God. Now, if, let's say I would be the Secretary of State, U.S. Secretary of State, and let's say I'm Romanian, and then Romania will fight a war in self-defense, let's say against Hungary, and I would act as Blinken acts towards Israel. He's Jewish. Do you think that people would not say, wait a minute, the motherfucking, sorry, pardon my language, Blinken, the Romanian is helping the Romanians against the Hungarians, is no conflict of interest or anything? Wouldn't you think that is a little bit? But in this case, no. No dots should be connected. Otherwise, you would be called an anti-this and anti-that and all this garbage. Israel will do whatever it wants over there, and nobody will do squat. Why? Because the bully boy is around. And not only, they were allowed to have nuclear weapons. If they have, right? I think they do. I'm 99.9% certain they do. Now, Sputnik. Kremlin calls opening of US base in Poland attempt to contain Russia's military potential. Okay, we know that one. What are you going to do about it? I tell you what you should do. If they open here, the sophisticated, as they say, air defense missiles in systems in Poland, you open in Nicaragua, you open in Venezuela, you open in Cuba, and see how these guys will like it. And you're going to see the justice of the government of the United States of America. They will say, what are you talking about? You're a little dog. Bing. But Russia is not a little dog. So they might do that. Remember, when you're going to hear these operatives in the media telling you how bad the Russians are because they might open or they have a destroyer coming and docking in Havana Bay or Cuba. Oh my God, the Russians are here. When you're going to hear those, 295s, just going on a little patrol on the Alaska, on international air, blah, blah, blah. And they say, oh my God, these guys are provoking us. Remember, we placed weapons in Poland. We placed weapons in Poland. Take the map and look what's going on over there. And nuclear weapons in seven locations in Europe, in 5 countries. Oh, Russia deployed nuclear weapons in Belarus. Oh my God. But we have 7 deployments in Europe, and they have 1 in Belarus. Wait, so you tell me about justice? I mean, unless justice is only what just us, the strong ones. That's exactly how it is. All right, let's go to the last article, and this is about the French military. The French military is just to respond. They respond. Again, I love when the big countries with nuclear weapons, some of them former colonial powers, they respond. They're the victims now, Sputnik. French army on high alert. What's happening? 20,000 troops ready to respond. Top brass says. They're responding, they're not attacking. Like we have a defense secretary, we have a defense budget. We don't have an offense. I mean, look at the United States of America. When was the last time or only time when the United States of America defended itself? Second World War? Second World War, when we were attacked by the Japanese. That was the only time, I would say, in the past 3,000 years since the United States was around, right? When we had to react. Other than that, we acted. We are on the offensive all the time. So why do we call the defense budget the defense department? When it's obviously it's offense. So the French are ready. I wonder for what? Let's see. Are the guys, the French nation, gonna say liberté, fraternité, and factinité? Oh shit, let's move on. And who are the French army? Who is the French army? Are they Jean and Patrick? Or they're, I don't know. I'm not gonna go that way now. The French army is ready to immediately engage in combat to defend the country if necessary. We're defending. General Pierre Schill, the army chief of staff, said in an interview to the Journal du Dimanche. All right. If the situation requires it, we are ready for combat starting this evening to protect the French people. Who are the French people? And the country's vital interests. How about Russia? Can Russia have vital interest in, let's say, Ukrainska? No. Why? Because we say so. Vital interest. All right, it says here. He told the newspaper, the French army is undoubtedly prepared for high-intensity warfare with a peer adversary, the general added. A force of 20,000 soldiers is on standby, some of whom are currently deployed abroad, including Lebanon, Iraq, Estonia, and Romania. Occupation countries? Right there. Including, what are they doing there? Their interests. French instructors have been training Ukrainian soldiers in France and Poland. So these guys are just defending their own thing. Good job, but don't give us the freaking narrative that the Russians attacked unprovoked and unjustifiable Ukraine. We have troops. These guys brought troops to Syria. These guys have deployments in all 5 countries, 6 countries or something, and more. And it's okay, just fine. Hey, my French people, French nation, how many you are left? Maybe 1 in 5. If I would resurrect the emperor, right, from his dome of invalids, and bring him to France and walk him around, let's say Paris, on an afternoon, he's gonna say, what is this? Is this France? Hey, where is my guard? Your guard has been dead for some time. You got a new guard here. Some people looking a little bit different than you. So yeah, you go and conquer Europe with these people. French, my fucking nation. We have I heard it here in the United States of America. It's not we. I heard it here. And this is the question. When was the last time France won a war? These guys make fun of the French army. Well, they forget that without the French, there wouldn't have been probably a successful American Revolution. That is true. And that bankrupt France. But you say, well, we saved France from the claws of Adolf. I think the Soviets, with your help, get them out. Not for the French. Where was de Gaulle? In London, doing what? I'm just kidding. All right, my friends, here is a lot of garbage in the world. And just remember, when these guys are going to give you a narrative, remember these articles that I just covered here. Remember them. We are ready to protect our interests, the French. All right. Our air carrier and whatever destroyers were attacked by the Houthis. All right. What else? We targeted in Syria. Remember, when those bad people from Syria or other actors will do something bad to you and I, not to the guys in charge of us, remember these kind of things. And remember that we just defend ourselves because these guys attacked us. Okay, in self-defense, we learn the lesson quickly. But nobody else can defend themselves. Only that little entity, and sometimes we can. All right, when it benefits that entity. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.